Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Jordan here. Today we're going to be MILS plating the Lego Home Alone house. Now I know this house here is covered in snow and I actually plan on removing that snow. With that said, I do not have the right pieces to modify the roof, so the roof will remain white. However, I will be removing all of the white plate along the bottom here so that it is no longer snow covered. And then eventually in the future, I'll probably switch up my roof to probably dark gray, I would think. And then in the backyard, we're gonna have to switch up some parts on this tree here so it's no longer snow covered. And I'm gonna have to switch up some of the plates in the back door here. I know I don't really wanna do this. Home Alone is a Christmas movie, but unfortunately, there is no snow in the Lego city. So having a snowy house doesn't really make any sense. It's definitely going to make me pretty sad to remove all of these awesome Christmas lights and sort of take the Christmas out of the Home Alone set, but I think I have to do it. So we're actually going to use 4 32 by 32 green base plates to MILS plate the Home Alone house. But before I get started with my MILS plate construction, I actually have to replace all of these white plates, probably with, I don't know, light bluish gray, I would think. And as you can see, it's really not going to be that hard to do. So at the front here, I did decide to get rid of those macaroni bricks there and use the corner bricks. Also, I changed it all to light gray rather than tan. And then I built it up one more plate. So we have a planter there. And then I filled in that planter with reddish brown just to represent dirt. Here's a pile of pieces that I sort of extracted from the model and replaced. So I've essentially got to rebuild all of this. It should be fairly easy to do. So like this is the furnace room, right? We got the evil furnace there. And essentially just got to pull all those plates off and just rebuild that probably in, it looks like they're using tan, but I'll probably build mine in dark gray, I would think, for like a cement staircase, maybe even light gray. This is what the back stairs look like after I've sort of normalized them. I made them all in light gray, so there's no longer like a big mound of snow on the bottom, like the booby trap. But yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Not too bad. And now we're ready to tack this thing down on a MILS plate after I clean up my mess. So what I'm gonna do is just take 2x2 brick and pretty much lock in all of our seams under here and essentially get the McAllister's house just lifted up on those 2x2 bricks, almost like it's on stilts. And then I'm gonna place that down on our base plate. So rather than building my MILS plate this time, I'm going to put the 2x2 bricks here just to make sure all these seams are interlocked. For example, if I were to take 2x2 brick and put them all over a base plate like I normally do, a lot of them would just end up in here and they'd be pointless. So I may as well put them on the base of the house first. As you can probably tell, super ugly, super random, but it's gonna get the job done. How are we gonna do this? Obviously the McAllister's house has like a curved drive up here. There's like a path that leads up between it, and there's a long driveway. Just a rough draft here. I'm feeling this. I think this is going to be nice. You know, you got some rounded grass there. Obviously, I've got to lift this road up by one plate to match the height of the roads in the city. And obviously, we're going to be building a garage in this video as well. That's going to be going over there. And we've got a lot of MILS work to do here, but I think this basic layout is working. I actually slid it over 2 studs, so now we have 6 studs there, and you can see there's only 2 studs there. But this is a perfect width for a driveway leading back, and this is a nice path here. I know this exit is a little bit narrower than the entrance over here. I mean, hypothetically, I guess I could extend this out if I wanted to, like that there. Yeah, maybe that makes more sense, something like that. Now, I know they have like a nice stone walkway leading in right here toward the center of the house, but unfortunately I just don't have the space to accommodate that. I mean, I'm not gonna make this any bigger than 4 plates. The base of the house is tacked down and our road plates are tacked down, raised up 1 plate. You can see I've just put 1x4 plates on the actual road plates. Now we're able to add grass just like that there. Easy peasy. Now I'm gonna start filling in the surrounding area here with 2x2 bricks and also green plate. A quick checkup here. So using my 2x2 brick and green plate to fill in the yard, I also locked in the base plates there with some larger brick. I did add one more 16 by 16 road plate right here, extending our driveway, so our garage is going to go here now. Oh, this is starting to feel surreal here. I am loving this. It's looking fantastic. I mean, it's not going to be the exact same as the movie. It's my own Lego edition of the McAllister's house. But the Mills play definitely adds a lot to it. So you can see I've done a little bit of sidewalk work here. Now this should be like a brick path, but I was experimenting with like brown and tiles and stuff like that to make a brick effect, and it just wasn't what I was going for. Ultimately, what I'd like to do is take some masonry bricks and like nougat and brown and stuff like that and lay them sideways, but that's gonna bring me up one more plate and it's just gonna look funny. So I decided to just go with light gray and I rounded off the curb here. And of course, this is gonna line up with the sidewalk on the road, so it's gonna be perfect. And then I matched that over here as well. So we've got everything Mills plated now. So the green grass is all there, and I've got a little 16 by 16 pad right here for the for the garage. Now, I should make a bigger garage, but I think I'm just gonna give it 16 by 16. I start making this thing, you know, bigger. It might look a little bit funny, or if I extend it into the backyard, it's gonna cut away or take away space from the backyard. I take back what I said about the garage. I did extend it 8 studs here. But now, unfortunately, there's not enough space right here for a minifig to fit through. Now, one thing I could do is essentially revert everything and shift the house over 2 studs, maybe even 4 studs. But what's going to be weird about that, hear me out, is that's going to shift this over 2 studs because this has to be centered with the front door. So if I move that over, this is becoming pretty small. You know what I mean? Like, it's just going to look a little bit strange. So I think I'm going to leave it how it is, but I might change it. I mean, when I run bushes and stuff here anyway, even if it was over 2 studs, you're still not going to be able to fit a minifigure through there. But I could, you know, put like a path going around back. Oh, I don't know if I should bring it over or not, you know, because this moving over would be sort of weird. And I don't want to reduce this any more than it is. You know what I mean, though? Like if this was there, look how small that's becoming on this side. It looks strange, right? So I sort of wanted the front door more centered, like where it is right now. I don't really want to shift it over. But I sort of do want to make a bigger garage because I was lining up an average size vehicle. It can actually fit on there now, right? I don't know. Should the garage be 16 by 16 or 24 by 16 like it is now? And should I move the house over? I don't know. That's the thing. When you're building this stuff here, 1 or 2 studs, you know, can make all the difference in the world. But either way, I think it looks good no matter what we do. Now all we have to do is place this thing in the Lego City because guess what? It's done. All the landscaping in the custom garage, done. And you know what? I'm really happy with the outcome of it. I don't think we need to change a thing other than, once again, the color of the roof. And you can see I've actually matched the roof color of the garage as well, just because why not? And also I want to change some of these trees and stuff. I want to put some bigger trees out front and like bigger bushes and stuff like that, but I'm actually out of tree building material right now. It's on its way. But I had all of these, you know, pre-made Lego ones, so I put them all over the yard, and I actually think it looks pretty good because the McAllister's house has a lot of like bushes and stuff. Now the nice thing about this is you can still access everything inside because this thing opens up like a dollhouse. So that's really cool. Even though it's on the Mills plate, it's still fully accessible. So that's awesome. I love the curved sort of driveway here and the driveway leading back to the garage. So the garage is the newest thing. Let's have a look at that. So obviously you can tell right now I did decide to keep it at the 24 studs rather than 16 by 16. And you know what? I'm happy that I did. And also I'm happy with how it's positioned here because you'll see there's actually a side door that I put there. So now minifigures can pull into the garage, get out of their vehicle, and if they want to go to the backyard, they can go out that way. Or if they've got their lawnmower in the garage and they got to mow the backyard, they just go through there. So there doesn't really need to be access right there. You know, it makes sense. Okay, so we got the basketball hoop above the garage door, and of course the garage door can open up as well. And you can see there's some nice curved slopes right there for the vehicles to drive into the garage. We did it with the black on the bottom, then tan, then brown, and there's some texture worked into the brown as well, just to give it a little bit of texture, obviously. And this here matches the house. So that's why I did the black, tan, and then brown. And also the windows, which I'm missing the glass for. I do realize that. Got to get some of those. They're actually on the pad wall right now. They have the same framing as the house. So you can see I've used 2x black plate, and they have the grate pieces on them, and that matches the vibe of the shutters on the house. So it looks pretty cool. And I also matched the top part as well with the tiles and the jumper with the cheese wedge on it. Now I made the roof black because that's what I had. I tried to make it light gray, I tried to make it dark gray, but black is what I had. And then I topped it with white because white is over here and it sort of matches. I'm probably going to change up the roof color to light or dark gray. So I'll order the necessary pieces to do that when I order the pieces to do this. But I think for now, that looks pretty good. I mean, I was trying to find some reference images of the McAllister's garage, and like I said, it is a 2-car garage, and it also is, I believe, a little bit different color, but this is Lego, and I think this does a really good job of representing the McAllister's garage. So I've got some windows on that side of the roof over here, and then you'll also see an exit or a door right here. So it is a black door with a white window frame, and it's got the 1x2 slides on top, and then those pillars on either side, which matches the house. Also, there's another set of windows right there with, once again, those shutters that match the house as well. Now, Kevin is now ziplining to the garage roof. Unfortunately, the string is too long to go to the tree, which I did change the color of, so I removed those white elements there, and then I replaced the limb elements with the green. Now the roof of the garage does open up and it has some interior detail. Now you can't put too much interior detail in here because the purpose of the garage is to park a car. So I just put like a corner shelf right there with some stuff on it, and then just like a little workbench right there. Nothing too crazy. I guess I could put some like tools, maybe a broom, and sort of clip those to the wall inside. You know what I mean? That might look pretty good. I could also tile the floor, but like I just feel like that's a waste of gray tiles. I have enough right now, but not enough to justify tiling the floor, in my opinion. Now you can see that I've actually made the door or the exit pop out a little bit. I just thought that was pretty cool. Just adds a little bit of a dimension there and like a little door hole. In the backyard, once again, I just used more of these little bushes and trees and stuff like that. I don't have the parts to build bigger bushes, but I also made this nougat and dark tan masonry wall. So that actually matches the one in the Simpsons house. So this is obviously going to go beside the Simpsons house, so I wanted it to match that. Also, right down here, I put the tree that Kevin just chopped down. I lost his axe. I don't know where his axe is. I'll have to put that beside the tree. And that's just not bricked onto the wall there so that it doesn't like roll around. But yeah, just some basic details back here. Nothing crazy. Just like I did with the Simpsons house, we may as well record me picking this up for the first time. Obviously, this thing is fully modular, so I may as well take this floor off to reduce the weight of it. Should be fairly secure though, I would imagine. Yeah, no problem. Could I do it one-handed? Yeah, no problem. It's like if I wanted to bring this to a Lego show or something like that, put it in the back of the car and away you go. It's pretty cool. Let's place it. I'm stoked. There we go. All placed in the Lego City. And look, the pizza delivery guy hit the statue. He's got a big heap of boxes there being delivered to the McAllister's house. We got the OK Plumbing van with Harry and Marv out front scoping out the place. And then I also fixed up the road plates so our entrances are here. I reduced this white line or changed it to dark gray. In fact, I need to do that for some of the other entrances to different driveways here in the Lego City. This is the first time that I've done that. I don't know why, but I think that looks pretty good. Nicely integrated for sure, like the Easter eggs where we got, you know, Kevin zip lining to his garage in the back there. And I just love the driveway. I think it just looks phenomenal, especially when it's placed here in the Lego City. And from this side here, you can see the garage a little more clearly. Definitely got to fix up that roof there. I got to get some different slopes, probably like 2x4 slopes so I can decrease the angle of it. I'm not a fan of how chunky that roof is there either. So eventually the roofs will be both changing. But yeah, I think it looks pretty good. You know, we got the Simpsons house, McAllister's house, and now there's a bunch of other places that we have to MILS plate and just improve. You know, they've got to look a little bit better. Like, not a huge fan of that. It's not really the quality that we're looking for, more so like modular integrated landscaping. You know, that's what we sort of want to go with, not this sort of old school way. So I can't wait to change all of the other residential buildings here in the Lego City, just sort of slowly but surely over time. Let us know what you think of the McAllister's house by commenting below. Hope you enjoyed this video here. Remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for some more great stuff. Farewell.